What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Darren Green back with another Real Housewives of Atlanta panel discussion. I'm here with El Teddy 27. What's going on?
The incandescent L Teddy 27. No, I'm playing.
I know that. Look, okay, hold on. Wait. Oh, that's right. Let's get the bomb on it. All right. Yeah.
Oh man.
So we are here. First of all, before we get into anything, please be sure to give this video a like. Smash that like button right now. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Yeah. Today we're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 5, She by Herself. Now,
Mm,
I got a bone to pick with production because
mm.
why y'all be shaded? Like y'all be coming for these people so bad. Anyway, we'll get into why it's named that.
These people know what they sign up for too, and they paying them a nice pretty penny. So you'll take whatever production is given when you get
Ooh,
paid a pretty penny.
ooh,
I'm
ooh.
just saying.
Look, well, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, my first thoughts for the episode, it was a little lackluster. I'm not gonna lie. This was not like one
It
of the
was,
greater.
and I heard some people said they thought it was a good episode. And for me, it was
Who said
like,
that?
meh.
It was meh.
It
Like
was very meh.
it was some points that I felt, oh, something is building up, but like then it was like, okay, I
We
don't
never got that. Even the whole scene with Sheree and the dude was really like anticlimactic.
like I'm like, damn. I mean, we knew he wasn't gonna show up, but I thought it was gonna be like some real big.
Right.
But I got some thoughts on that. I got some
They
thoughts
made us wait 2 weeks for this.
for a no show, and your ass is potentially blocked. Like Sheree,
Child.
what, Sheree? What do you do? I don't
You
know.
too old for this, Sheree. Like you're a grandmother. Okay.
Not a
Like, first of
grandma.
all, yeah, you just too old. How old is Sheree now? Like 89?
Oh, I'm gonna need you to stop coming for Sheree like that. Sheree is
Girl,
definitely in her
she's somebody's
40s.
grandmother.
She's definitely in her like early, right? Hold on, let's see age. Because sometimes they don't be putting the age on there.
Child. I have to go, yeah, look it up and tell me where you
Ooh,
get it from.
52. Okay, 52 ain't bad.
I
50,
feel like she's older than 52. She don't look good for 52.
look,
Because I
50
done
is the
seen
new,
some snatched 52-year-olds, and she give me a good 62.
not a 62. Not you added another,
She'll be a cute 62, but
not
at
a
52, honey.
62. I
Mm-mm.
cannot. Well, poor Sheree. All right, so let's speak of the Sheree. Let's timeline this episode. So it brings us back to the sit down that they had at this dinner where Sheree is allegedly showing these receipts about her assistant calling Ralph Gay or whatever. Well, there's some text messages saying, oh, I got the tea on them. I don't see where it insinuates that him being gay, but it is true that the assistant is being messy. So that's for sure. Um, yeah, this was. I mean, the receipts was a little vague. It was a little vague. I needed more information. Like what else?
Right. And like I said, and I said that if we come on here and there is nothing conclusive about said receipts, that I was going to have to drag the Anthony Queen. But I don't even have the energy. Like these receipts are so not worth the energy. Like this punk is not worth the energy. He is a typical Atlanta cunt pussy queen. Like mama gives me, I grew up in the slums of Riverdale or the slums of College Park, and I don't know nothing but to pop my lips, wear extra coats of lip gloss, and scatter pixie dust and sprinkles down the street as I float on my way to school. Like every time he comes on my screen, Skittles pops through the television. Like, why is he here? Why would you even? I would look at him and say, "No, you can't work for me. You give
Yeah,
me messy." Like from
and
first
yes,
word, he
and
gives
Drew is
you,
still
"Bitch,
Drew.
I'm messy."
I'm like, he must be a good damn assistant.
He's not. What is he good at? Is the question.
Out so starting some shit. and making them stupid, corny intros. Candy Barres. I'm like, girl, what is this? Is she hiring
Like,
teleprompters?
I mean, and the fact that y'all still have him on the payroll, I mean,
He's bringing like it. He's like I said earlier. You're trying to get the Miss Lawrence. You're trying to get the what's his name, Dwayne or Dwight or whatever his name was. Like you're not going to get that effect, honey.
Mama is living for the moment, trying to have her 15 minutes. Baby, you don't even have 15 seconds.
Honey, you should have applied to OLG. You would have been on Candy in the Gang because that's the type of antics they do over there.
Child, I went to OLG. What was that? About 2 weeks ago. I was there because I had to go somewhere for work, and it
Oh,
was
how was
right
the
around the
food?
corner from OLG. So I went there 2 weeks ago. Nobody was there. The food was all right. I had been there before, but the first time I went there, the food was decent.
Mm-hmm.
We did wait a long time, but we had reservations. Now the
Mm-hmm.
second time I tried to go would really be, and every I always tell the story. Brandon was at the door. He
Oh,
was, and I cussed him out.
Brandon.
Brandon was at the door, and I cussed his ass out from A to
I
Z,
know you told me.
backwards and forward. He was cute though. I ain't gonna lie, he's
Oh
cute.
yeah, he is. Oh yes.
Nice
Mm-hmm.
piece of dark chocolate. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie.
Was Philip there too, child? Yeah, Philip. Look,
I
it,
was looking for Philip. Philip was not there. I might have,
child.
lost my
He probably
mind
would have
had I
gave.
saw my baby daddy.
Child, he would have get child. No, because you know how he is, child. Like, oh no, we see he got a preference.
I did see Don Juan. I took a picture with Don Juan.
Oh,
I'll
Don.
show you off camera. I'll show you off camera the picture with Don Juan.
Okay, all right, Don Juan. Now see, Don Juan.
Mhm.
I used to have a little crush, child. I like,
Don Juan is shorter in person than he looks
Oh,
on screen. Like on screen, he looks to be like 6'5", 6'6".
mm.
I'm gonna give him maybe 6 feet
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm 5'9", and he was not towering above me. Like we weren't at eye level, but my eyes was definitely at about his chin.
You said about his chin. Oh, I mean that's a
Yeah,
little tall. I mean some inches be counting.
and he had on the boots.
Oh, not on the boots, honey. Not in the hot
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah. You notice that we talking more about Candy in the Game than this goddamn episode, because
Right.
that's what the goddamn episode was given, dear God.
It was.
So, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand. Like people, I've seen a lot of people on Sheree's side with this whole thing with the assistant. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see why we're on anybody's side with this. First of all, what do you expect somebody to do if you're around here trying to show receipts, talk about this woman's husband is allegedly gay and that her assistant told her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not on either one of their side on
I
this
think the
whole
argument is very,
assistant
like I said
situation.
before, the argument is forced. It is forced between Drew. Drew is dragging this situation out. You had an issue with Sheree for whatever reason it was. You brought it to other people, didn't bring it to Sheree. Fine, that's not your friend. That's cool. But like, it's just the beef is out of nowhere. It's nowhere. I didn't care about it. It's not. It wasn't really entertaining before. I mean, the only thing that was entertaining was you was trying to pop up on there, and Sheree would have gave you the wompty womp because I do believe Sheree can fight. My personal opinion.
I mean, quiet as it's kept, Sheree, you kind of need Drew because you don't have a storyline.
Yeah, I mean and I thought that the fact that the season is not going to have a central storyline, like I thought it was going to be good that way because it's like we're not waiting for this one big thing to happen, but it is actually kind of not looking so good. Like I'm like, so when is
Uh,
y'all better go on a trip or something like a real trip? I'm not talking about this little.
I mean, because it's really like it's it's it- it's like a chore now,
Yeah, it's a chore to
almost to
watch
make
it,
it
right?
through.
Because I used to really just be sitting in my notes or whatever, writing everything down I want to say. But then now I'll be looking at other people videos, being like, "Oh, so what did happen, child? Let me remember what. Oh, that happened.
Child, it was, child, you know what I felt like?
What?
Remember the part of the episode when Drew was like explaining the whole situation
Mm-hmm.
with her little company or excuse me, whatever she got, and they was fast
Oh
forwarding through the
yeah,
conversation to get through. Like, girl, what are we talking about? What are we? That's how I felt about this episode. That's kind of how I went through the episode
I was kind of in and
because
out because it's like what, like okay, it's getting. I'm not trying to. Oh, I'm not trying to be messy or like mean, but it is getting like Zeus. Like you know how you ever watch a Zeus show? Like they just stay in one scene for the whole first 30 minutes of the
mm,
damn show. And
hmm
it's like, could we go somewhere? Could we do something? Like, I know this is a trip, but damn, it did not seem this slow before.
I mean, I only go to the episodes now so I can look at, Mr. Ross, who gives me life abundant. That's my
Mhm,
baby daddy. Y'all can
mhm.
fight over Ralph. Y'all can fight over Todd. But what you're not gonna fight me for is my baby daddy, Aaron.
Child, that is someone's husband. You can't. Let me stop.
She ain't throwing it back like I can throw it back.
Oh, not so, don't go for Sonya. Well, Sonya. You know, speaking of Sonya, she's starting to question Drew. She was. I guess she was talking with
But
Kenya.
she was too premature in trying to call that woman her friend. Y'all have 2.3 conversations, and she tell a couple jokes that you laugh at. And now y'all best friends, girl. Drew has been who she is the whole time. I ain't shit ass motherfucker. So if you spend any amount of significant time with her, her ain't shit ass ways is gonna come out. So my point is that's how you know they wasn't friends. They ain't doing enough hanging out because you was like, oh, this is my friend, and I can't believe she doing that or she's saying that. That bitch done been the same way the whole time.
Well, I was talking to some friends about this. My best friend did say, like, I feel like Sonya is trying to make a little beef between her and Drew so she could be cool with other girls. Because remember, I think Drew was the one that brought her in.
Was
Like,
she?
Sonya was a friend of Drew's. That's what I mean. A friend told me. Somebody confirmed that in the comments. I'm not sure, but I believe, yeah, Drew was the one that knew Sonya. We all know how things go in, behind the scenes. It's like, oh, do you know this person? Is she good? Is she entertaining? She probably spoke highly of her so she can get on the
That's
show.
probably what they put out there. What I'm really thinking to believe is, I mean, let's be clear. Sonya and Aaron are a power couple.
Mm-hmm.
Like they as a couple are very well known, very well liked in, the well-to-do circles, especially amongst black, people with money. Like them as a couple,
Right.
they are considered a power couple. So they're very well known and very well liked in, those types of circles.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Drew might have been the only one who knew them. I don't think they were friends, but she probably is one of the ones in the cast that probably had a slight connection to them. And for reality TV, that's all they need for people to run with that and say, "Oh yeah, they was best friends," and she brought her on the show when they really were already looking for her. They
Mm-hmm.
just needed somebody to be able to connect, to her and attach to her.
Right.
And I feel Sonya probably wanted to get on there too.
Okay.
I
Let's
mean, a
get
good
into it.
Bravo check ain't hurting nobody.
A good
Because
Bravo
last time
check
I
ain't
checked,
hurt.
Aaron Ross is no longer in
Right.
the NFL.
I think that it is weird that she's suddenly turning on Drew. I don't really care about Drew. I mean, I'm she's the villain this season, which is kind of interesting to me, but I don't really care about her.
She was the villain last season for me, but that's a whole nother story. You can say I was wrong, but she was.
I thought I didn't like her last season either because I felt she was very judgmental. I felt like, oh my god, you got a Delilah spirit. Like, girl, what are you, girl? So holier than thou, and look at you, and look what you've become.
Hmm.
Okay, now during this little sit down, hold on. Oh yeah, that's when. Okay, so this is like leading up to the last part of the episode. Sheree claims that she'll be seeing Tyrone very soon because he was supposed to be going to the trip, but come to find out that didn't happen. But during that dinner, Mark calls Kenya to get your child. I guess it was like short notice that she popped in Brooklyn, popped in New York or whatever to drop off Brooklyn. I guess he had some things to do, and he was like, come get your kid. I'm like, child, this
I
man.
mean, just to play devil's advocate,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all have joint custody
Mm,
and y'all have predetermined, okay, the child is with me at this time and she's with you at this time, and Mark was, you popped up. You see what I'm saying?
right.
Now, I do believe that if you do have a child can always pop up. There is no, oh, I wasn't ready. I mean, that is your child. But it's plausible. He may have had legitimately something that he might have had going on where even if it was his time, he might have needed a babysitter or something like
Right.
that, where he couldn't, it could have been something work related or something, he had pre-planned, and he like,
Hmm.
listen, I already had this plan. Please come, get her because I don't want to have to get a babysitter, and her mom is right here in fucking town.
So,
I'm
child.
just playing devil's
I
advocate. Now I
mean, but
ain't
at
saying
the
he right
same
by any
time,
stretch of the imagination.
that's cool. That's cool. At the same time, though, that is your child too. And
Hmm.
you supposed as a parent, you supposed to move miles for your child.
Listen,
Ain't you the
I
boss? You
don't know
ain't
why
working. You
Kenny
ain't
still
working
allows
nowhere.
herself to get bothered by that young man. Like she over there walking to the side, crying and all kind. Girl, if you don't, girl. I
Well,
mean,
Kenny,
that
look,
dick better been there real good. He better
it
been
could have been.
blowing her back
Look,
out.
it could have been because let me tell you something about Mark. Now you got your person with a son with your husband. Look, Mark, if
Mark is your baby daddy. That's your boo thing.
he just might be. Let me.
I mean, he is in the area. He is in the New York, New Jersey area, isn't he?
Yeah, let me find out if he's one of the girls, honey. One of the girls.
Yeah,
Sheree said that last season. He's like, oh, well, he's got a nosy ring. I'm like, oh, I'm like,
child.
um,
I ain't gonna fight you for Mark, but I ain't gonna fight you for Aaron because he's already mine. So I don't have to fight. Moke and Steph taught us that back in the '90s. He's
oh
mine.
Lord.
You may have had him once, but I got him all the time.
Child, first of all, speaking of talking about our husbands and stuff like that, Lawrence at the MTV Movie Awards, he did not have to show that much because I'm like, honey, put that back in there.
Oh, Jay Ellis.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that. I didn't watch the MTV Movie
Honey,
Awards.
he had this damn red thriller jacket with a sequin see-through shirt and I'm like, okay, I know you because he's on Top Gun
Right.
and
I have seen Top Gun.
I'm gonna need to see it. I'm gonna need to see it.
It's really good. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It is really good.
I
I
was like,
will.
ooh, this Lawrence
Was he showing body? Was he showing meat? What was he showing? What was he
showing
giving?
body, like the
Well,
chest.
we know Jay Ellis got body, and he has the body type that I like because he's
Mm-hmm.
tall and slim, but still cut and nice with it. Like,
The jawline. Like
mm.
my best friend be like, oh my god, he's so basic looking. Like I'm like,
Like
okay,
I know I'm a little too. I have too much melanin for him because he goes for the
well,
white
white is right. It's okay.
for them. But child, that body is right, huh? Child, I do
Mm-hmm,
some
mm-hmm.
things. Mm.
This gonna be the pop culture episode because honey, we talk about everything else but housewives. But
Yeah, but the episode, dear God. At
child,
some point, they did go. I really want to go see this play that Candy is putting. I'm really intrigued about it.
she's not directing, she's like producing it, right?
She's one of the EPs, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So she probably just putting money. When you're an EP, honey, there's
You put
two
my
types of EPs. There's the EP that was involved with creating the show, and
mm-hmm.
then there's the EP
That
who's the
fun
money
thing.
EP. Baby,
Mm-hmm.
where's your money? Cut this check. You got your check. All right, girl. Here go your EP status.
All
Here it
right.
is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like that's what Candy. She
Candy's a smart girl. Like,
listen. We
she
ain't never accused her of being done. Dumb
yeah,
mama gonna make us some money.
it's okay. Don't mess with my man, my mom, and my money. Anyway, speaking of Candy though, Marlo calls out Candy, and this is where we get to the point where this whole vibrator thing and this sex thing is getting old. Now, I said this last episode. I said that this sex stuff, look, I'm not trying to be a prude or anything like that, but it is starting to get, not that it's like, well, no, it is inappropriate. But I think that it's just getting played out, especially if it has nothing to do with what we're doing. We're going to see your play. If
I
this is some
wasn't
Candy
mad at
Crush
looking
event,
at Patrick and Safari. First of all, I'm gonna say again, Safari, that body was right. I've always been a fan of Pat because Patrick is goofy and dumb, and I
mhm,
like goofy and dumb like that. Like that's cute to me. I like. I don't need a man that got it all together mentally. I don't need all that because I got it together mentally. But a
mhm.
little goofy little something, because you know what that mean? In the bed, baby, baby,
They go to
baby
war.
shark, do. Them be the ones in bed. Mm,
Oh my
I'll tell you
god.
what I know.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Anyway, so yeah, Candy. Well, basically, Candy's response was, "Oh, y'all need to lighten up." Look, I think, and a lot of people on Twitter agrees. Now, there was this one tweet that was trying to say that, oh, it's predatory behavior that you're telling people to lighten up and to put in the vibrators, and there's other men, other husbands that can control the vibrators. Like, it's just weird. It is weird, and it's
I thought it
inappropriate.
was wrong that other people can control the vibrators because I
You've seen
thought
Ralph.
depending on the ones you have, don't you have to have a certain code? Don't ask me why I know this.
Oh,
But
oh,
like
let me
they
find
still
out.
do like
Let me
somebody can
find
send
out.
you the app or you can go to the website and control it. And so my thing is,
You know, Candy freaky ass is like, oh, let them all control everything. Like,
but it was disrespectful for
mhm.
Ralph to be pushing that button on Aaron's wife.
And
Like,
he was
that's
so
a
calm.
reason to go. For
Aaron was
me,
too calm for me. Like, they had to been acting
right,
because
he was way too calm. Because for me, nigga, why the fuck are you vibrating my woman's cooch right now
I'm
in
like,
front of
honey,
me
take that out
and
right
having fun
now.
with it?
And then Sonya, she was digging up in that cooter, honey. Like, I
She
was like,
was digging up in that cooch, honey. Now that was inappropriate. As inappropriate as they say Candy was, Mama
"Mhm."
is over here digging in her snatch because Candy was like, "You might have it on the wrong way. You got to flip it over," and she just starts reaching into her
Like, I'm
pants.
like,
I was
what is
like, "Get up
going on?
out of here!"
No, because I was watching it with my mom. She was looking at me like, what the hell? Like, yeah, this you're on TV,
You are
sticking
on
your hand
TV
up
and
your
you is just
why?
digging in your snatch, in your box, in your twat.
This
Now,
was
does
that's
it
why
go
I
like
said
on
that's
the
why I said
clitoris?
it was just it was that's why I
Does
said
it go on the clitoris or does it go inside of the cooch?
I don't know nothing about that anatomy,
I don't either. That's not my
but I
ministry. I don't
imagine it
know
probably
nothing
would
about
go
it.
under the clitoris because they got that's where the hole is, right? Ooh, excuse my anatomy.
Well, there's two holes. There's the pee hole, the urethra, and then there's the cooch that the penis goes in.
Oh wow, my graduation proofs came in. Anyway,
Ow!
I just got that email out of nowhere, like, oh wow, got to pay $100. Um, yeah, it's tired. Nene said this a long time ago, and we all looked at her as a prude, but it is starting to be a little bit too much. Like Candy, we get that you pro sex, and I'm not
I
going to use
think
that
Candy
predator word.
needs a group of friends that's into that type of stuff.
Yes,
And
yes.
then those are the friends. Like I got some friends, some of my good Judies that I know is about that life.
Hmm.
When we ride out, anything goes. From the most raunchiest shit in the world. I know this these are the Judies that I know I can ride out with, and it's no hold barred. The other ones, I know they not about that life. They squeamish, they ain't here for it. And I don't even go at them with I don't even come at them sideways with that. And here's the sad part is a lot of those good friends, I don't even come at them sideways like I would for the ones who are about their life. And they still be complaining, oh, it's all that. You always nasty. And in my mind, I'm like, bitch,
Not with
I
you.
ain't even nowhere near as bad as I could be. Like I ain't
Nope.
even in that stratosphere, but I feel you, Candy, because I'm a whole ass whore. So
Not a whole ass whore.
mm.
I am dead. No, but I mean, look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It is these pictures are horrible. Wow. Wow. Anyway, I should have had my damn photographer with me when I was accepting my damn child. Anyway, back to the discussion because that threw me all the way off. Yeah. So Candy, yeah, I mean, look. Yes, I think that Candy needs to be with people that are like-minded, like hers. Obviously, this is starting to feel like Kenya was a little bit uncomfortable. Marlo obviously was the one that said something. Um, Sheree act like she left it, but girl, you know your old ass ain't want to get up in there doing that. And
She
trust me,
sound
if
like she
Nene,
ready for
Portia, Autumn was in there, even Phaedra, her sex positive ass, I feel like she would not do that. Especially if other people can control.
If
No.
my friends had something like that, I probably would do it, but I told you I'm a whole ass whore. I just bought another prostate massager, so I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. This one wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but the part that massages the taint is real good. But the one that massages the prostate, like it does dual massages the taint and the prostate.
Mm-hmm.
One on the taint be giving life abundant. The prostate one, it's all right, but I've had better.
Well, let me tell you something. I look. And this is the only time I get around you on this show. I don't ever get around you on this show. But yeah, the prostate. But see, you know about the ones that like it goes in, it goes in you, but then it also hooks around your thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But see, I had to throw mine away because like I don't know what the brand that I got it from. There's no like I couldn't find the thing where you charge it. So it
Well,
ended up being dead.
that's the issue. They gave me a little cord or something that is
Where do
supposed
you
to
charge it?
charge it because it has a remote control, but the charger, I don't know where to plug it in at. Like I'm looking, there's no way to nowhere to plug it in.
Mm.
So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
That's what I say. I threw mine away because I was like, okay, there's no way to charge this thing, and if I pull back the little thing, it's probably gonna break. I'm like, child, let me just no. I'm gonna get another one though. I'm gonna get another one though because them things.
Yeah, I might get another one.
I feel like, see, and I don't know if this is just me. And oh, child, we about to get here. I feel like when I have it on too long, like it start to hurt.
It don't hurt, but if I have it on too long, I kind of get desensitized to
Yeah,
the
like
way
it's
these
like okay, this
walls are set up. I can squeeze the life out of anything the way because I still have walls. There's a lot of these girls that don't have no walls, and it's just a loosey goosey. They don't even feel it going in.
not
But
loosey
maybe the way
goosey, child.
these good walls are set up, I might squeeze the life out of it. And but who knows? But
Oh no, yeah, I have to put on the highest setting, like the
yeah, you got to put on the high setting. The high, yeah, you got to put on the high. But I
Yo,
want the
anyone
one
wearing headphones?
now.
I know y'all heard that. Y'all felt that.
Now, this an ex of mine wants me to get the one where in a whole nother state and time zone, he can go on the app and press
You
it and control the vibe, to control it from a whole nother state and time zone. Like they have an app or you could go on the website, you just press it.
mhm,
Similar to like the Chatterbait, like if you ever been on like that website Chatterbait or
mhm,
whatever,
mhm.
they be having their little things and they make people pay money to.
Yeah, they look like tails, but I think they be acting like because they be like, like they be like freaking having a whole conniption and nervous breakdown.
And
I'm
they
like
don't, and I'll be like, girl, is it really that serious?
that little ass thing.
Hmm.
Ain't that much damn
Sure,
feeling down there. Look.
sure.
Anyway, we digress on that.
We have digressed all the way off of what we supposed to be. What were we talking about?
We were
Oh,
talking about
so
King
they
needs
was going to the
yeah.
play,
Yeah.
and Miss Marlowe said, "Honey, I'm not walking those 7 minutes.
Hmm.
7 minutes is a long time to walk. I understand, especially if you got on heels. You don't when it got makeup and
Hmm.
everything. I mean, it true enough, it was cold, but still,
Yeah.
I was kind of with Marlo on that. Like,
Somebody
girl,
walking you like walking in New York. Like I was literally just in New York a couple weeks ago, and we did this. Damn. I was with my cousin. I had a good time, but my cousin and her friend, this friend goes to New York frequently, had us walking, but really running, okay, to that speed walking
Mhm.
all the way around this damn town. I was about to pass the hell out because we just got done,
Listen,
drinking and eating.
every time I go to New York, I be mad because I be with my boy Ty, and he be like, "We just going right around the corner," and
Mm-hmm.
I learned I had to stop. Bitch, how far are we going? Because
Oh,
whenever
it's about
you
10
say we
blocks,
just
about
going
10.
right here, bitch, we walking 2 or 3 miles. Bitch, I'm not here for walking that far. Bitch, I can catch an Uber and meet you there.
Right. It'd be 10, but see, Uber's hella expensive in New York.
They
But
are expensive in New York. And why all the Ubers have black Camrys? Well, the last time I was there, all of them had the same car, this black
they do.
Toyota Camry. Like, I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know if it's the
They
right
they must
Uber?
they probably make money over there. They probably, I mean, is that a good car?
They, child. I remember going
Car
from the
person.
airport to the Bronx and having to pay $84
Mm.
from where was I at? I wasn't at JFK, I was at LaGuardia.
Ooh,
I had to go from LaGuardia to the Bronx and it costed me 84 fucking dollars. I said, really?
terrible, terrible. I think the most I spent was 40. It's a good 40 because I was going from Manhattan to, and that was the WTC, the World Trade Center building, to Brooklyn because that was my
Mhm.
internship. But I knew to take the A train next time because look, that's
Wait,
2 hours.
not the ones that came down. I know, yeah, you too young to have been with the ones that came down.
What ones that came down?
Trade centers, buildings.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the WTC building, which is they call it WTC. It's like that little white thing that it looked like a weird spaceship looking thing, and it's like it's next to where the actual
Right, it's the new one. It's what is it called? The Freedom Tower? No.
it's called the Freedom Tower, but there's a terminal there that you can come in, take the path. See, I'll be in New York too much, because I used to go to Jersey City. Jersey City used to be right across the river, but you get on the path
Because
and you
there was actually 12, I mean not 12, 7 buildings that made up the World Trade Center. They had the two twin towers, but there was other
there's other buildings.
smaller buildings around it too that comprised it too.
Yeah,
Anyway, as we have digressed again, they went over there. I like I said, I want to go see that play if I can.
it does sound
It,
interesting. Look,
it
look,
sounds very
look.
interesting.
You want to go? Like,
Is that the
look,
one that they said my baby daddy is in
who?
Dylon
I don't know who
from
that is.
Pose? Ricky
Diamond.
from Pose?
Ricky?
Dylan Burnside, I think.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
don't
need to
I
know
know
that.
he's in
I'm gonna
something
need to
on
know.
Broadway, and I thought it was that one, but what is his name is Dylan Burnside, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ricky, his fine ass. That bitch know he fine.
He was fine, child. Ooh, Lord, jeez, shit. Now, pray tell, I was jealous of pray tell. I was like, that's. He's like, cause you
That
fucking
bitch is
him.
fine. But
Yeah, I do want to check it out. Like, when the next time you coming? Well, when are you coming to New York?
I was supposed to be coming the weekend after 4th of July, and now I have another trip that I can't miss. So I told Ty, I'ma just let him know. It's probably gonna end up being in July,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be the weekend of it's either gonna be in the last weekend of July, which is the weekend of the 29th,
Mm-hmm.
or it's gonna end up being like maybe like the third week in August. So one of those two is my option.
Right.
Anyway,
Back on topic. Okay. um.
so then we got to the charade situation.
No. There was a dinner, and we did skip that. But the dinner that because I did want to talk about that because Marlo questions Drew's little get fit with Drew business.
Oh yeah, and that's where I told you where they was like skipping through it, and I was skipping through it because I couldn't make sense. I didn't really care. I really sat there like, girl, I don't care about your little Amway get rich scheme. What they call them?
It was
Pyramid
Kenya for me that was
scheme.
like, girl, that's a Facebook group. I'm like, oop.
I was like, girl, your whole pyramid scheme that you're trying to explain to us, and we all looking like, what?
And she really was trying to explain it. She's like, because I just feel like I'm like, oh girl, come on now, Drew. She's not a good actor. I'm gonna just say that. But yeah, I did want to talk about that because they was talking about, and then they was pulling up all their websites. Our archive don't, it's always working. And Kenya showed up her Kenya Moore hair care. I'm like, girl, they both look like they came from Shopify. We
Let's
love a
be
Shopify.
clear. None of them are the people you go to about making money except Candy. If you ain't having a conversation with Candy about making money with a business, because them other whores are dependent on the Bravo check. Let's be clear.
Okay, let's be clear.
And even with the Bravo check, Candy making the most money out of all of them hoes.
Mm.
I think Candy is right now the highest paid one.
She might be because she's an OG. I mean, at the end of, this OG stuff like, oh, Candy's the old. I'm like, okay, girl. People really be forgetting about Sheree. Like Sheree was there the season 1,
But she left.
Oh,
So
so
she
yeah.
don't count.
Not
She
sure.
left for an extended period of time. Hell, she was going how many years? 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more than that.
I wonder why she left, or maybe they got rid of her.
'Cause didn't nobody want to see her, and we don't want to see her now. But they don't got nobody else that wants to be on this trash ass franchise at this point. Like we're all looking forward to Potomac. Okay, did you hear that about perhaps Tammy Roman?
I did hear about that. Yeah, they're trying to get
I
they
would
look.
love Tammy Roman on there.
She would shake things up, and I think I
She
would
would.
watch
They
it.
can
I would
kick
watch
that
it.
bitch Karen off because I can't stand that
You
old
don't like
ass
Karen
whore.
Huger?
I can't stand her. I can't stand. She's a
Uh-uh.
lying ass whore. I don't like liars, and she's one of the biggest liars on there.
Who the one that got that ugly ass house?
Giselle.
Giselle. Yeah, I mean, look, I know it's
I would
like you
love
got
for
like.
Tammy to come on there and drag Giselle for everything she's worth, because that bitch ain't shit.
Well, look, Tammy got to move. Is she married?
I don't know, but you ain't got to be married to be on these shows. Let's
Right,
be
that's true.
clear.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, get you a little hot,
Robin ain't married.
huh?
Robin ain't married.
Oh, oh yeah, that's true.
Giselle ain't married.
And Ashley about to not be married. Like,
Child. I don't call her Ashley. Her name is Satana.
I'm Darby's
Just call
Barbie.
her
Like, girl, what?
by her real name, Satana,
Not,
and her omen babies.
oh my god, what?
Child, the people be mad at me on my Potomac reviews because I be dragging the most for everything they work.
Now, see,
Ooh,
I like Candace. You know,
I don't like Candace either. I
she
don't like Monique.
she a little punk.
I don't like no. There's
You know, you
not.
like
I
Monique.
like the. No, I couldn't stand that bitch Monique. Listen, I do like the friend of the show,
Hmm.
a scale. I know her name is something else, but her name spells a scale, and she's gonna be a scale.
Mm.
Robin brought her on the show last season. Remember?
Mm. Well, see, I don't watch Potomac like that, but
Oh yes, but now Potomac is probably my favorite.
really, mm.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. Like, they seem a little
Because
like
I love to
me.
hate the whores, and they listen. They are much more entertaining at this point than
Mhm.
Atlanta.
I mean, I don't know. It might start looking like that. I mean, it's. I mean, I did like their reunion. I watched their reunion because Nikki was on it.
I think they get better ratings than Atlanta. I'm almost certain they do.
They probably do. I mean, it's a new show. I mean, new shows kind of people are interested
I don't
in.
know if it's new. How many seasons they have now? Five.
Well, it's still fairly new. I mean, you know, it's fairly
Back
new.
on topic. Sheree got stood up.
Yeah, Sheree. Yeah, that's how we gonna close this because, honey,
Bitch,
Sheree.
when you dating, but did she meet the dude when in jail?
I,
Was he in
are
jail
they
when she
pen
met him?
pals? Like, did he have like
Right, with this
Contraband
like a pen
phone.
pal situation, because you too old to be falling in love with somebody in prison. Like you that lonely?
And then she had the nerve to sit there and say, "Well, what happens if you call them and then it goes busy?" I mean, I think that might be blocked. I'm
I
like,
never heard that meaning that you're blocked. I never knew that. Is that a real thing?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Like I
But
don't know that that's true.
I'm sorry, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad for saying this. But Sheree, me and my mom, we were laughing. And it don't even be Sheree though, but it be like production editing. Like the way they had this montage
How
of her
much
being
did
like,
she
oh my God.
pay for that driving service to drive her a whole 95 miles out of the great city of New York? She had to pay like $500 or something for that. Think
Like I
about
literally,
it.
she drove all the way out her
No, she
freaking
ain't
way.
drove. She got Ubered, Uber
Mm,
executive or Uber Black. That looked
uh-huh.
like a Uber Black that she ordered for five, six, $700 to take her over to the great state of Pennsylvania
And my thing
to
is,
get
I'm
stood
like,
up.
dang, you couldn't get a ride from production. Production was there.
Right. Production managed to be able to ride their ass over there. Baby, you could have jumped in the back seat with production.
And they knew that man was not. They knew that man never was going to show up because how the hell they at the end of the day after an
Oh
hour and 30
God.
minutes they was like, oh, well, he not coming. Well, what do you mean he ain't coming? What do you know? I'm like, yo,
And then like what the parole officer or somebody came. Who was that person that came and said, oh, he determined that it wouldn't be a good idea? Something. Remember
I'm
the
like,
person
but he
came and
couldn't call her
explained
and
it
say
to me
that.
something?
Like, see, that's red flag number one. And if she keep on talking to him, I feel like if Sheree, she might be a little dumb.
You're too old for this. You're too old for this,
It was
Sheree.
embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed?
Like you're too old for this. Like this is embarrassing. You're someone's grandparent, okay? You're too old for this. Like you falling for people in prison.
Mm.
Like has she ever met him? That's the question. Have y'all
I
ever
don't
met
think
in person?
so. I don't think so. This is so crazy because like at the end of the day, well, you know what my best friend did say. We was talking. We was like, remember when they had that African fortune teller or whatever, and he was the one that told Candy that you was gonna meet somebody in the year, but see, people don't remember. He said that you'll never find. He told Sheree she'll never find love. And I was like, damn. I
Mm.
don't think it's not even like Sheree's not that much of a bad person. Like she bone collects sometime. I think everybody deserves love, and I think that Sheree can get herself a man. I mean, girl. I mean,
I mean, she is in Atlanta, and all of the eligible men are looking for other eligible men and not Sheree. So there's like a 25-30 to 1 ratio with eligible heterosexual men in the greater Atlanta area.
mhm.
So she may need to relocate.
Honey, not when that house is built, honey. Chateau Sheree. She, child. I don't know how.
Child.
I don't know how these people make their
I
money.
still don't know what she does for a living.
She got to be doing something. She probably got some business, like Phaedra. She probably got some businesses out of country or something like. Because Phaedra talk about she popped up on Housewives of Dubai and she said she got some businesses over there. I'm like, oh, what you about to
Wait,
be?
when did that come? What did it? Did the new episode come out yet?
I don't know. I think it could have, but because she was on the Wendy Williams show with Michael Rappaport and she was interviewed by him. But she was like, "Oh yeah, I got some businesses out in Dubai. That's why I was out there with my friend, and I know one of the cast members." I'm like, "Oh girl, is this a setup? Are we gonna be? Are we gonna be? You gonna be in Housewives of Dubai?"
Hey, they didn't want to own Atlanta, so she might as well go out there with what's her name, Chanel or Ayan, the model chick. I don't know if because they one moment they call her Chanel, the next moment they're calling her Ayan
Mm,
or what Ayan or Ayana or whatever. I couldn't figure it out, but she's gonna be the bitch that's here for all of the smoke. I can
hmm.
already tell. Did you watch it?
I haven't watched. Like I have not watched it. I'm watching a lot of shows.
Yeah, you got to watch Dubai. I like Dubai. It looks like it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna see about it. I'm gonna definitely, I'll be watching them
The
clips.
thing that makes it good is these girls are all they already knew each other before the show. You know how most times the people, the
Don't be knowing
housewives,
each
they
other.
don't know each other, so it takes a little while. Nah, these whores already knew each other. They already had beefs and or relationships with each other.
Uh-huh.
So episode one, they was here for it. I was like, oh,
And I we'll see what happens, but damn, I mean, I think I don't even think the next episode is that interesting. Like, did you see the sneak peek for Housewives episode 6?
say that again.
Did you see the sneak peek from episode 6? I mean, next episode, because that's
I saw parts of it, and I was so bored with this episode. I was just like, because they usually they're gonna show you the best parts, and I was
mhm.
like, if those are the best parts, we'll see.
We shall see. We shall see. I don't know what's going on with this show, and I think it's a good place to stop because there's nothing more we can talk about with this show. I mean,
There's nothing else.
we
They
done
had.
segued and went and talked about all types of other stuff, child. It
I
really
do want to see what Sonya's mom is talking about. I saw with the trailer, Sonya's mom seemed to be going in about something. You know, you can't get a Jamaican woman started. Not an
uh-huh.
old school Jamaican woman started on something. Baby, she'll never let it go.
Mm.
So I do want to see what that's about, but
Other than that, it's just I'm just gonna be sitting here, writing some notes down for the show. I mean, we'll be back with you, child. We'll be back with you next week. We'll be
go and
on.
watch Dubai. If next time, then we could do a half and half, half Atlanta, half Dubai.
Oh, okay. I might look. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Y'all catch us on my channel next time.
Yes, and we will be live, but we
We'll be
couldn't do live
live.
this time because I'm not sure in StreamYard and YouTube something going
We're
on.
gonna go live next week on Tuesday as well because no, we'll be Monday next week. I was thinking next week was Juneteenth. Juneteenth is technically on Father's Day, but the celebration, the official holiday where I'm off work is on the 20th.
Okay.
I'm gonna be somewhere hanging out with a drink in my hand,
Okay.
celebrating
Oh,
Juneteenth.
hello. It's the freedom for me. Let me
Mhm.
I cannot believe some white business did that with one of their Juneteenth collection. Like it's the
Child, you saw Miss Walmart and that disrespectful ass ice cream.
uh-huh.
Did you see Walmart also put out an ice cream for Pride Month? These people are just
But they had a
disrespectful.
they had a rainbow
Did
all the
you,
flavors.
child? You see Ray J trying to capitalize on Pride Month too. Child. I
Right.
say,
He
you
was
know
like,
what?
you gotta respect the gay man. I'm
I,
like,
s-
oh
I say, you know what? I'm not.
child. I'm like, honey, clout is a hell of a drug. And that's all I gotta say about that, guys. See y'all next week. We'll be on Teddy's channel. Okay,
Be on
so
my channel.
hopefully, hope that you guys enjoyed the content. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and as always, enjoy the convo. All right, y'all.